cans of bear mace that they would come and they would find and they would put it down and they would say, look at what I survived today, and they were so proud. I'm sitting there like a big sister, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill everyone. How dare they touch you? How dare they look at you? How dare they tell you that you can't have that pipeline in your backyard or that you can have that pipeline? I was horrified. The horror continued. They attacked our journalists. They targeted them. Because there was a media blackout, any independent journalist that came to Standing Rock were an immediate target. On the bottom left, that's my friend Jonathan. I saw him maced no less than 36 times. He worked with a woman, her name is Sarah LaFleur, who is a good friend of mine, and she was tackled. And the day that they decided to take her down, the police officers had arranged themselves like a game of football, right? They had set themselves up like linebackers, and one of them set himself up, and they were making jokes, saying hut hut, like they were gonna throw each other a football, and he ran and he tackled my friend, right? He tackled her to the ground, and it didn't matter who it was, the top girl in the left, she was simply trying to help people that were wounded on the front lines. Her name is Sophia Wolanski. She got shot with a concussion grenade. She has no longer the use of her left arm. They restored it so that she, didn't lose it entirely, but it doesn't work. In the bottom right, my friend Susie, she lost her eye. She was shot at point blank range with a concussion grenade, and when she fell to the ground, she kept saying, I'm wounded, I'm wounded, I'm wounded, and when people went to go help her, the officers started targeting all of the people that were helping her. It seems a very American thing to do, that when you're down, you hit them as hard as you can, right? Through everything that was happening to us, through the mace, through the water cannons that they stuck in the very water that we were trying to protect, to spray us in negative 25-degree weather with the icicles freezing on sight, my kids, the kids that had started this revolution, were so strong. Those kids in the water there, those are all my youth council. They were the ones that were trying to prevent all of the other people from getting too angry at the police officers. The police officers, though you can't see it, are standing at the base of this small hill. We called it Turtle Island, and at the top of it were grave sites. And what they had done was they put the drill pad for the Dakota Access Pipeline on the top of that hill next to those graves. They surrounded it with barbed wire, and when the people tried to get to their ancestors up on that hill to lay down tobacco to tell them, we're sorry, we can't protect you from them, the police officers did that. On the bottom left, you'll see our camp. That's where I lived with my youth. On the bottom right, you'll see us on the day that our north camp was raided. What they did was they came in with their bulldozers and they arrested over 500 people for praying. They beat up a grandma. They broke her pipe, a chanupa. They beat her up in front of everyone, and then they took everyone to the jails. They shipped them off to different counties around the state, and they put them in glorified dog kennels. They marked them with numbers and permanent marker, and I'm sure you can think of something that's reminiscent of what that must feel like. But no matter the weather, and the weather did come, I can't even tell you how cold it was. You'd walk outside and your nose hairs would freeze, and you just want to die, and you didn't want to be there anymore, and you're walking through the snow, and you're so tired, and God, why is no one helping us, right? No one has ever helped Indigenous peoples, until Standing Rock. We had the most beautiful people from around the world. We had veterans that came and they were willing to stand in front of those guns and say, shoot us instead. We had people that were coming, we had Greenpeace that were there. They supported us through the Indigenous Peoples Power Project. We had Honor the Earth. We had the International Indigenous Youth Council. And all of the time, all of that people were saying was, we're here in peace and prayer. We're here for the water. And it's not just our water, it's your water. And even though you didn't want it in your communities, your white, wealthy communities, and decided to ship it down to the Indians on the reservation, even though you did that, and we know you did that, we're still going to protect this water because it's your children's future too. We're here as future protectors of the next 7 generations, and that's what we have to do.